Orsted shares surging this morning after a US judge ruled that Orsted's Revolution wind joint venture, which I think is just off Rhode Island, can resume construction off Rhode Island. The offshore wind farm has been a subject of obviously considerable controversy with the Trump administration. The Trump administration stopping the work order, and that had a fairly dramatic effect on Orsted's share price, which is now bouncing a little bit. Will Mathis joins us now for more. So what did the judge say, and what happens next?
So this is a lawsuit that Orsted brought against the U.S. government to allow them to keep working, to overturn the stop work order. And what they asked was that while this case is pending, that they be allowed to resume work, because if they don't, they would incur devastating costs, really. And the judge yesterday ruled with them. He said, while this is ongoing, you can resume work because, A, I think you're going to win, and B, the cost will be really devastating for you.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about the costs of not working in this situation then, Will.
Yeah, so we got a little insight last week because, little detail, Orsted is raising 60 billion Danish kroner, over 9 billion US dollars, the biggest such capital raise for a European energy company in over a decade. So they came out with a prospectus where they said that every week that they can't work, it's costing them about $25 million. And not only that, but come end of September, there's going to be sort of a cliff edge in costs where if they aren't allowed to resume working, that those costs are going to ramp up so much that it's possible that they would have to cancel the project outright, which would be...
And is that because they've just already committed to spend the money, or, these are not variable costs that just disappear if they don't work?
It's because they have suppliers, they have contractors, particularly these really specialized ships where there are only a handful of them in the world that can actually install offshore wind turbines, which are huge pieces of equipment, bigger than this building that we're in now. And if you have a contract, there's a certain period where you have that ship available to you. And if they have this delay, then maybe they're going to need to open up that contract, get new ships, get new contracts at today's prices rather than the prices of a few years ago.
So the delay itself costly then, Will, but that green on the screen that we're seeing right now, does that signify that the winds have changed for the sector? Is this the start of a turnaround?
Orsted would certainly hope so. If we were to zoom out on the chart of Orsted shares, it would still look pretty bad because, they have come out and said, we need, $9 billion to be able to keep executing on our business plan. But what they have said is that this money will allow us to turn a page. It will allow us to return to growth, deliver these projects, which are going to earn us a lot of money in the coming years. And if they can build, it could be, looking back some years from now, that this will be seen as a turning point, that they are able to start delivering on that promise.